The purpose of the following video is to demonstrate how to set up new users as a retailer of Nuves.TV.
Okay, so now that we've entered a retailer, now this is how the retailer will add new users when they sell the boxes, the TV boxes. You're going to select New Quick Setup, enter the client's information. Okay, so the information that's crucial here are the ones in bold. The email and the password are the email and password that the customer is going to use in order for them to set up their TV box. The mobile number is also important. That way they can receive notifications of their invoice as well as other information. So now we're ready to move on to the next step. Click on Next. Here's where the credit card information goes. For the purposes of this video, we won't enter the credit card information, but it should. This way, the customer's account is debited by the end of the beginning of next year. We're going to skip this. This is the invoice for the purchase of the box. That's the MAC address, New York tax. Next. This is a reminder that payment must be made. Press OK. You must enter a payment, otherwise this balance remains on the customer's account and may be deactivated after 3 days if they have a payment due. Next. This is where you create an invoice for the annual service payment. In this case, it's an annual plan. No tax needed. It's already included. Finish. On this screen is where we select all the add-ons. Again, the add-ons are the channels or the apps that are used in order to access media, whether it be movies or even radio stations. This is an international radio station. One thing to remember is the more of these add-ons you select, the longer it will take to activate the box. This has to go through an installation process when they first set up their box. So I would recommend that you select as few as possible, and then later on they can reselect them themselves, the end user, or as a retailer you could also select it for them. Okay, that's it.
In this section, we're going to discuss the physical installation of the TV box. The TV box comes with a remote and the box, also with an HDMI cable and an RCA cable. The box comes equipped with USB ports. This can be used for additional accessories like different remote controls. It also has an SD card slot. This could also be used for resetting the box with the new firmware, and also in case you need additional storage for the box, like for pictures and stuff. So for the purposes of installation, the Ethernet and the HDMI are the two ports that you'll use in order to get the box installed, and also the power. The HDMI will go obviously connected to HDMI of the TV, and the Ethernet is the best option for your internet connection for the streaming. You can use Wi-Fi, but we recommend Ethernet. Okay, so the following screen you're viewing is the screen of the initial power-up of the box. The TV box is currently being powered up, so this is what you would see. This is the logo. Here you have the initial setup screen. After the language, you should be able to select the network, whether it be a Ethernet. We recommend Ethernet as mentioned before. but you could also use Wi-Fi. For the purposes of this video, we're going to use Wi-Fi since Wi-Fi requires a more difficult process of installation. So right now I'm currently selecting the my Cisco router, which is the router for Wi-Fi. Now it's entering the password. So in the bottom, as you can see, a keyboard shows up, and at that point you can enter the password using the keyboard in the bottom. After entering the password, you press next and then connect now. Next again. It's actually trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. It found a connection and got an IP address. We recommend on the screen put it to 95%. That way none of the screen is cut off. Click on finish, and now it is rebooting, and this will the next screen should be the profile screen. This is where you create the profile. This is a screen where you would enter the user email and the password. This is the email that you set up on their user account on the website administration. After you have entered the complete email address, click on Done and proceed to the password section. Enter the information of password that was previously entered on the administrative website when you created the user. Very important, after you enter the username or the email and password, do not forget to click on Remember Me. This way you do not have to enter this information every time you use the box. Upon logging into the box, you will get a message to disable a add-on or a repository. Have it disabled, so click yes, and it will proceed on adding all the add-ons that we mentioned. These add-ons, like I said initially, it is best to not add too many items and allow the customer to add after the initial setup. If you do it upon the initial setup, it will take a long time, so it is up to you, but make sure the customer is aware that this will take a long time if you add all the add-ons that are on the system. Currently there are close to 90 to 100 add-ons, but this may increase, and the more you add, the longer the customer will have to wait in order to use the service. After you see the working has left the screen, that means that all the add-ons have been uploaded and the box is ready for use. I hope this video has been informative, and this should be a simple process as long as all steps are followed. Remember, always add the user account first and enable all the add-ons that you want to use, and then start the process of the physical installation of the box. Take care. Thank you.